Jai Radha Madhava Kunja Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaranari Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaranari Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaranari Gopi Jana 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 Yashoda Nandana Vrajajana Nandana Yamuna Tira Vanachari Yamuna Tira Yamuna Tira Vanachari Yamuna Tira Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaranari Gopi Jana Vallabha Yashoda Nandana Vrajajana Nandana Yashoda Nandana Vrajajana Nandana Yamuna Tira Vanachari Yamuna Tira Vanachari Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Rama Rama Jai Prabhupada
Acharya, astute reciter, Sisamadhi, divine this. ISKCON founder Acharya Jagat Guru, Sri Bhakti Vedanta Swami, Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Jai Om Vishnu Paramahansa Pariva Jagacharya, astute reciter, Sisamadhi, divine this. Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada Ki Jai. Anand Gauri Vaishnava Ki Jai. Namacharya Srila Haridas Thakur Ki Jai. Praise Guru Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Sri Vasari Gaura Bhaktivinoda Ki Jai. Sri Sri Radha Krishna Gopal Gopinatha Shama Radha Kunda Giri Garavadam Ki Jai. Vrindavan Dham Ki Jai. Mathura Dham Ki Jai. Navadvip Mayapur Dham Ki Jai. Jagannath Puri Dham Ki Jai, Jamuna Mai Ki Jai, Ganges Mai Ki Jai, Tulasi Devi Ki Jai, Bhakti Devi Ki Jai, Samaveta Bhakta Vrinda Ki Jai, Nitai Gauda Premanande. All glories are somebody. All glories are somebody. All glories are somebody. All glory to Shri Shri Guru Shri Gauranga. Namo Vishnu Padya Krishna Prita Bhutale Samati Variti Shabdi Vasya Krishna Urvada Shitanam Shri Gaura Karuna Sarti Bhati Sriti Om Jnana Timirandasya Jnananjana Salakaya Chakshurunvitam Jena Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha Sri Chaitanya Manobhistam Sapitam Dena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadam Ahyam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Sri Gurun Sri Tapadakam Sri Gurun Vaishnavancha Sri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunatam Vitantam Sajivam Sadvitam Sadhutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padam Sahagana Lalita Sri Visakam Vitamsa He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dina Bandhu Jagatpati Gopisa Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namasute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrisabhana Sute Devi Paramami Hari Priya Vanchakalpa Tarubhyascha Kripa Sundhyayevacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavabhyo Namo Namaha Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Sivasadi Gaura Bhaktavinda Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Sankirtan Jagya Ki Jai. Hare Krishna. Thank you for coming. The second part of our discussion on how to be a powerful preacher. So we continue from where we end yesterday. This is part 2. So let us continue. So we are the second part of our discussion from yesterday. And, how to become a powerful preacher. This is what we looked at yesterday. We went through this yesterday. We went through the purposes of ISKCON, the proper instructions, mission for preachers, vision for preachers, the qualifications of preachers, character that the preachers will have. I went through personal behaviors and the 26 qualities the devotees will have. The 26 qualities the devotees will have, there are two ways you can develop them. There is a very slow way and there is a very fast way. Very slow way to develop the 26 qualities and a very fast way to develop the two ways. The slow way is to just follow the system of Krishna consciousness. Chances, key principles, hear, read, do service, associate. That is the slow way. We will develop the 26 qualities in due course of time. It will take many lifetimes. The first way to do it is to consciously make effort. If we consciously make effort, we will get it shorter, in a very short time. We saw that in the life of Arjuna. If you remember when Jayadratha mobilized the armies to kill Abhimanyu, Arjuna was very disturbed and he took a vow. Tomorrow either I'm dead or Jayadratha will die. And it happened that Dhira knew he had a vision and he made everything possible so that Arjuna will not be able to kill Jayadratha and he will die. But the problem was that when Jayadratha heard that Arjuna took a vow to kill him, he went to Dhira and he said, "My dear sir, thank you, I'm going. I won't fight again." Dhira said, "Why? Don't you hear? Don't hear? All of us say, well, no, Arjuna. So, I will die, that's all." Dhira said, "No, we are all here to support you." As Jayadratha said, "What all of you put together, you cannot do Arjuna anything. All of you put together, nothing." So it became a serious issue, and all of them they decided to think, but we are all trained by the same group. So what is so special than Arjuna? Let's go and ask the teacher. What did you give to Arjuna that didn't give us? So they went to the teacher and made the Dronacharya. You train all of us, yes. All of us are disciples, yes. Why Arjuna is special? What did you give to him that he didn't give to all of us? Dronacharya said, there is nothing special that I gave to Arjuna that I didn't give to. It's the same thing I gave to all of you. But why Arjuna is so special? Dronacharya said, there are two things, two qualities Arjuna have, which none of you have it. One, when I train all of you in the daytime, in the night you go and sleep. Arjuna does not sleep in the night. He will practice through the whole night what I taught him in the daytime. In other words, just one word, Arjuna put extra effort in his practice. Extra effort in his practice. You didn't do that. When I finish with you, it's finished. You wait till next day lecture. That's what you do. There is not, you don't put anything into practice. So it's nothing special. Arjuna does not do that. Second reason, Arjuna has Krishna as his friend. You know if you have Krishna as your friend. Arjuna has Krishna as his friend. So he can't do him anything. These two qualities Arjuna have made him superior. Extra effort and being Krishna's friend. Devotees, we should go for this. Our advancement in Christian consciousness will be rapid and successful. Put extra effort in everything that we, especially every devotee should keep this mood. It is not false ego. Not false ego. Let me be the best of what I am, or where I am. Let me be the best of what I am. What I am. Let me be the best. It is not false ego. It is not false ego. It is a way to put extra effort in our practice. It is a way to become conscious of what we are doing. To become conscious of what we are doing. Be the best of what we are trying to do. Let us be the best. Can you imagine? We are looking at it very simple. Please, let's look at it. Can you imagine when, see, all of us here start living our life like this? Do you know what would happen to this movement? You know? What will happen to this movement? If this become our concern. I want to be the best of the Krishna's devotee. What will happen to this movement? The movement will produce millions of pure devotees in a very short time. And proper desire to conquer the whole world become easily achieved. To be the best of what we are, or where we are. After all, what is it wrong to be the best? I don't know of any student who will have to get 20% in this exam. Anyone? No, we want 100. Yes, 100. So we want 100. We want 100 in our lesson. So let us continue. So we went through all these qualities yesterday, and we don't want to keep more time there because we have to move forward. Where are we? So, no, not far. Okay. So yes, this is where we are. Spiritual life is challenging. Spiritual life is challenging. Yesterday, His Holiness Bhakti Maharaj said, every day, all of us will wake up thinking, expecting what? The next challenge. Every day we should be prepared for the next challenge. The weapon which we used yesterday is not effective today. The weapon we used yesterday is not effective today because Kali Yoga is progressing, it's not sitting down, it is progressing. I have this practical experience with my music friends when they were our music days. When our music days, you have friends. They were a student in London, so they came back to Nigeria. 5 of them, no, 7 boys. They came together and formed a team. The first music they produced was very, very powerful. They put a lot of energy into it. It was very powerful. It made them name. He gave them name. They were very successful. So they started enjoying that success. And the next record didn't sell. because they were depending on the strength they used in the last one. They didn't put extra effort. They were thinking that now we have gotten name, we're going to maintain it. They didn't make it. So the strength we use today is not sufficient for tomorrow. We have to increase. Every time increase. That is progress. Stagnation is not progress. Maintenance is not progress. We have to move forward. So spiritual life is a challenge. It's a very big challenge. During my Sankirtan days, heavy temptations every single day. Heavy varieties of temptations every day, every single day. There's no moment of going to Sankirtan without a challenge. No moment. I remember for 2 days I cried on Sankirtan. I tried the whole day I was trying. 2 o'clock, 6 morning, I've never given one book to somebody. At the time, I said, what is happening? What offense did I commit today? So I stopped distributing. I went to a corner, I was crying. I cried. What is happening? I was looking at myself, checking, what did I do? It was at that point that Swami tapped me at the back. When I turned back, 5 minutes, I finished all the books I have that day. Because I passed the test. If you have felt, no problem, there's no problem. I can go back after I tried. That's a failure. But I felt it that, no, cannot go by the temple without distributing a book. The Christian made a miracle happen. There are so many challenges. Once we have committed ourselves, all sorts of difficult challenges arise for us to overcome. These challenges serve as qualifying tests to see if we are serious about entering the spiritual kingdom. Maya, or the illusion of this material world, acts as a teacher for God. Who understand this? Who understand that Maya is our friend? Is teaching us something about God. Who knows this? Only devotees can understand this. Right? The government, do they pay police people? Government, do they pay police? Eh? Government, they pay police?
Yes.
The criminals are happy with police?
No.
Why not? Right? Because we are criminals, that is why we have difficulty with Maya. Dhira Maharaj had problem with Maya? With Yamaraj? Dhira Maharaj. Did you have any problem with Yamaraj? No. Why we have problem with Yamaraj? Because we are criminals. So Maya is a teacher for God. It's not bad. It's representing Krishna for a purpose. Maya arranges difficulties, temptations, and obstacles to test the strength of our longing for the spiritual kingdom. How much are we serious about going back to Godhead? Maya will test it. Right? Nothing comes to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu without passing through Damodara Goswami. Nothing. Nothing comes to him without passing the taste of Damodara Goswami. Nothing. That is necessary. Our reactions to these challenges indicate the extent to which we genuinely want what is available. How to strengthen ourselves. Even great teachers were tested. Even great teachers, they were tested. Haridas Thakur had it easy. Jesus had it easy. Muhammad, easy. Prabhupada had it easy. Bhakti Jana Saraswati, which of them had easy life? Which of them? The Pandavas, Prahlad Maharaj, they had it very easy, very cheap. So Krishna does not know them. Krishna doesn't know the strength of Prabhupada. Doesn't know. What did they need for test? For us, okay, we are sinful. But what is the need for testing pure devotees?
To glorify them.
It's to glorify them. Thank you. A few days ago, we mentioned Hanuman said what? All the temptations the Pandavas passed through was arrangement to glorify their patience, their tolerance. Which also Jiva Goswami confirmed that. And that is one. Second reason? What is the second reason?
Second example also.
Yes. Krishna cannot use conditions so to represent him. We will fail. We will not pass the test. It's a set example to teach us what we need to do. So he used the pure devotees to set example for us. So we can learn from them. That is why it is very, very, very important for us to follow the acharyas. Sato, Brite, follow the acharyas. The Buddha was also tested in different ways in his path for enlightenment. Working on our own consciousness. One of the first goals of espionage is to discover the enemy's weaknesses in order to exploit them as effectively as possible. Self-indulgent persons cannot protect themselves against these attacks. So how can they possibly guide others? Every king, all the historical kings, our Vedic kings, all of them, they have spies. All of them. And Lord Machandra himself, he will personally disguise himself and go and mix among people. And we hear what people are talking about him. We hear. This is espionage. To check what is happening that people will not tell you. They will not tell you. So we need to know the strength of our enemy. We should know the strength. If you don't know the strength, we cannot win the battle. You cannot win the battle. Even boxers, even wrestlers, they do that. They spy each other. Want to spy, to check what is the strength, what is the weakness. Now they call it SWOT analysis. SWOT analysis. What is the weakness, what is the strength, what is the opportunity. We'll check all that. Then we can succeed. Healing the self also heals the community. If we wish to serve others, we must take a serious self-inventory and root out the obstacles that prevent us from advancing in our level of consciousness. We should work on ourselves. We have to work on ourselves. This process is being conscious. This process is of being conscious. Always conscious. Conscious. weeding out saboteurs of devotion. These are heavy words, saboteur. What does it mean, saboteur? I can put it sabotage.
Those who put the stamping block.
Hmm?
Those who put the stamping block for us to progress in our spiritual lives.
Very good. Very good. Very good. In the Bible, it is said that there are some people who are sitting by the gate of heaven. They will not enter. They are not going to enter there, but they are waiting at the gate to do what? To stop. Oh, you want to go there? There's no need to go there. Be satisfied here. So in all spiritual organizations, we have people who are not serious in Christian consciousness, but they belong to that organization. They are there. They are naturally called fanatics. The fanatics, they will fight with those who are, in the same organization, they will fight those who are very serious in that organization. Is there no organization, not only school, all over, the same principle. Any organization you go, you find two people, those who are external devotees and the internal devotees, all two. So devotees should be careful to see who are here for Krishna consciousness. There is one lecture Prabhupada gave in First Canto, chapter 8, text 20. Prabhupada said, have you come here to discover Krishna or you have come here to serve Krishna? Imagine. What is our purpose of coming to Krishna consciousness? Is to serve Krishna or to disturb Krishna? That we should know. We should know. We should know why we are here. They know why they are here. They're sitting at the gate not to allow people to enter inside. For example, somebody tells you, Prabhu, this is a lifetime process, just take it easy. Be careful with that person. Or you see a devotee in the movement for years, he doesn't read. Be careful with that person. You're not reading, be careful. You're not interested in chanting, so be careful. A devotee, when every time you see him or her, he will not going to ask you about how many rounds you chanted, which book you are reading. We're going to say, you don't know what happened this morning. You can't imagine what is happening in this movement. You don't know where we are going. What kind of things is this? A devotee is always like this. Please try to avoid that devotee. He's sitting at the gate, not allow you enter inside. So be careful. Weeding out the saboteurs of devotion. An impartial, investigative attitude is a vital tool for spiritual warriors because subtle interferences can arise at any moment to pull us away from the path of right action. We must exercise constant vigilance. Constant vigilance. To keep our mind free from self-centered preoccupations and available for service. Self-centered means what? Selfishness. Selfishness means what? We don't have space for others in our life. We don't have space for others in our lives because we don't have Krishna consciousness. So how can we be happy to give it to other people? It's only when we have it, then we'll be happy to give it to people. If you don't have it, somebody is coming, you're not happy. If somebody comes, you're not going to make the person happy. You're going to make the person frustrated like what we are, because that's what we are. So we should be vigilant. To check what is going on in our minds. What is occupying our minds 24 hours a day? What is that? Is it Krishna or Maya? You should check. Self-analysis is very important. You should check. A devotee can predict his or her future. Every devotee. we have this opportunity to predict our future. How? Let us check what is predominating our consciousness for the whole day. That is our future. That's our tomorrow. If it is Krishna, then we know, okay, I'm going to be Krishna conscious tomorrow. But if it's not Krishna, we should know I'm not going to be Krishna conscious. It's for this lifetime. So we should take inventory. Check what is preoccupying our minds for the whole day, for the whole week, for the whole year. That is our future. So we can predict our future in Krishna consciousness by checking what is going on in our mind. One of the most venomous weeds to take root in the heart of a spiritual warrior is what? Attachment to name and fame. I want a name, not service. One position, not service. Position is different, service is different. We can do service at any level, either we have position or not, we can do service. And the service can be done anywhere, not only in one place. Service can be done anywhere, and service does not require position. There are two things, we should separate them together. We should separate the two. They are not together. Service is different, position is different. Instead of being naive, we must see circumstances as they are in order to improve our resistance to negative influences, obvious or subtle. Either it is open or it is hidden. The value of discernment. Social warriors must learn to be discriminating. There are two types of discrimination, material and spiritual. They must understand that the root causes of destructive behavior can generally be traced back to a common origin, lust or desire for sense gratification. Although the principles of discernment are simple to understand, they are important because they have a deep impact on our ability to maintain our strength. Normal is not natural. We must resist the temptation to be normal, because those who are now considered normal accept the values and practices of an insane world. As spiritual warriors, we must go beyond this narrow conception of human life. This means that in every situation we must ask why and how and what will that lead to? It's very important. Why? Why should I live this life? Why should I do this? And how should I do it? Because we already discussed the other day, is it here? And you say some other day. That as a devotee, we must always check what is the end result of our activities. Before we do something, we should check this activity, where is it leading me to? Where am I going? Because every action must produce reaction. So the devotee must be careful to check, where is this leading me to? We should not just have a common life. We should have a conscious life, not just a common life. People have a common life everywhere. People have a common life, something which is Yeah, like say you say a normal person. Who is a normal person? A normal person is not normal. Many of our greatest implications exist on the subtle level. Spiritual warriors, in addition to being materially competent, should learn to master sense this subtle aspect of existence. Spiritual warriors must be sensitive, alert, and meticulous in all our dealings if we are to make a positive contribution to the level of collective awareness. We must be especially discerning in the area of our inner experiences. Another aspect of our environment that requires careful discernment is sound. Who we talk with. Very important. What we talk about, very important. And what we hear is very important. Sound. Everything in this material world came from sound. Everything. But in the material world, the sound is in the mode of ignorance. All the solid things we have here, they all originated from sound. So this solid platform, it is sound in the mode of ignorance. Therefore, we have a spiritual sound to counteract the negative sound. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare. That is the spiritual sound. And all the Vedic sound is called Sabda Brahma. These are spiritual sound. So, what are we talking about? Whom are we talking with? It's very important. We already mentioned we should check what is going on in our minds the whole day. That is our future. Similarly, we can have a very, yesterday we mentioned it, we can have a very intimate relationship with something or someone who is not physically present. It's in a subtle level, in the mind. In the mind. And that was more powerful than when we are physically present with that person. So, what is a subject of our discussion is very important. What we are hearing is very important. How did Kaikei become polluted? How? Huh? I'm not asking about the person. How did she become polluted? Huh? Sound. It's sound. Just the sound. A person who has been loving Lord Chanda for years, how many minutes? Just 5 minutes. Completely opposite. Sound. The sound. Very important. So we should be careful with what we are hearing. What is the vibration we are subjecting ourselves to? There's sound which would stimulate the lower chakras for sense gratification. That is what our material world is offering us. All the mundane sound we are addicted to stimulates our lower chakra for sense gratification. And the spiritual sound stimulates our higher chakra for Krishna consciousness. So we go for higher sound. So we should be careful with what we hear. We should be careful we mentioned many times, Mother Bende Puri, he never traveled with anybody. Why? He doesn't want unnecessary sound. He doesn't want to hear anything from anybody that is not a spiritual sound. Never. He's zero. And Bali Maharaj, he told Krishna and Balaram, please, give me the blessing that I don't have in any association. If I have to have association, it must only be your devotees. Only your devotees. Otherwise, no association. Bali Maharaj. He knows the importance of sound. How important sound is. Sound can make one sick. And sound can heal someone. Right? You can don't do this because it's negative. Positive. If you tell a devotee, oh Prabhu, Mataji, we are waiting for you in the temple. Your days in the hospital is giving so much pain to us. We are just waiting for. When are you going to come back to the temple? That devotee will come back to the temple the next minute. He will get healed immediately and come back to the temple. Immediately. And the sound is positive. It would affect the person. Oh, king, you will live forever. This is the Vedic word. This is how the people talk to their kings. It's good wishes. Vedic age, the people, they have powerful, pure relationship. That even, you see, when the Sattris are going to fight and kill each other, look at the words that come from them. It's so poetic, so sweet. You wouldn't know that they are going to kill each other when they're talking. It's very sweet and poetic. Like what the Brahma said in Goloka, people's word is what? What is the sound in Goloka? It's a song. Right? They are talking, it's a song. So what about when they sing? How will it be? You will faint. Yeah, become unconscious. So please, let's take note. Who we are talking with. You should be careful with whom we are talking with. What we are talking about, what is the object of our discussion? We should look at it very carefully. And what we are hearing, we should be careful. Take note of it. Even if we are not aware of it, the sound vibrations have a powerful effect on us. For example, if we engage in frivolous, speculative, or gossipy conversations, we weaken our vital energy and interfere with our spiritual development. Gossip has two side effects. Gossip. It has two side effects. One, for those who are engaged in gossiping, two things will happen. One becomes spiritually depleted. You have a flat tire. Will be spiritually empty. And for one who is spiritually empty, a lost desire will be very, very strong. Two side effects. Our lost desire will become very strong. So we should avoid gossip. Such behavior causes us to become off balance and consequently makes us more open to attack. A dark night of the soul. This is a very, very, very important time in any person's life. The most important time. Very, very important. In our growth process. You must be prepared for what is called the dark night of the soul. This is a time of danger and opportunity. The danger is that we may succumb to defeat and despair. And the opportunity is that we are receiving an unprecedented chance to put many old destructive patterns behind us. Whatever decision we make at this time, when every situation goes against you, that is the dark night of the soul. Every situation, God brothers and God sisters have told a perfect lie against you. When you look at the Guru, it seems he accepted it. You look to Krishna, it seems not answering your prayers. That is the dark night of the soul. Everything goes against you. You look left and right, up and down. Nobody is there for you. It seems, that is what our mind thinks. The mind thinks that, oh, nobody is there for you. The decision we make at that time is going to take us up or take us down, depending on the level of what we have been practicing since it will be told at this time. Prabhupada said everything we are practicing will be tested. This is a time to test it. The dark night of the soul. So a devotee should be always prepared. Let us look at the foundation of our Krishna consciousness. Let's look at the foundation of our Krishna consciousness. How solidified it is. Are we building our foundation on a rock, or we are building our foundation on the quicksand? We shouldn't build our house on the quicksand, because quicksand will soon be wiped out. The solid rock, solid rock will make the building stand. Even the earthquake will not affect it. That is how the foundation of our Krishna consciousness will be. We will look at it more in the strong sadhana side. We'll look at it. We'll talk more about that in the strong sadhana part of our system. So it is not a bad time, but it is a time for us to make a good decision. And it is very, very important for every devotee to have few minutes to contemplate every day. We should have few minutes every day for contemplation, because contemplation brings realization. If you contemplate, if you think deeply about something, concentrate, think about something seriously, there will be realization. Krishna will, the Super Soul will bring out the answer. No contemplation, no realization. Realization is for those who are deeply contemplating. So you'll see all important persons, they have time to think, not sleeping, not chanting, not hearing, just to communicate with the Super Soul. Every day it's important to do this. As spiritual warriors, we must be especially vigilant about choosing our spiritual paths. We should accept things favorable to devotional service and reject things that are unfavorable. Many of us have a problem deciding what is favorable or unfavorable. We have so many choices. When we don't know what is favorable and what is favorable, we should do what? We should do what? Approach. Yes, approach a person who can help us. Right? Let us approach a person who can help us. And the person who can help us, it is recommended, one of the six principles for developing love for each other in Krishna consciousness. One of them is what? Revealing the mind in confidence. It is not a simple statement. This is not simple, and we shouldn't take it cheaply. To reveal our mind in confidence, you should look at 3 qualities in the person we want to reveal our mind to. Don't just reveal the mind to somebody. It will be on the Facebook tomorrow. And you'll get devastated. And he said, he destroyed my trust. Don't give your trust to somebody who can destroy it. Give your trust to somebody who will maintain it. And who is that person? You should check the 3 qualities. If you see these 3 qualities in the person, then you can reveal your mind to that person. One is check if this person have my interest in his mind. Somebody have my interest in his mind or her mind. Second, we should check if the person is of like-minded nature. Like-minded nature. Srila Bhakti Thakur said, I will visit all the holy places Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu performed pastime in the association of like-minded devotees. That is the principle. And the last one is to check if he is a pure devotee. Is he a pure devotee? Who can help me? If you see these 3 qualities, then reveal the mind. You will get a perfect result and you will not be disappointed. We should recognize that the guidance received from channeling and similar activities is not necessarily wise or spiritual. We must look at the life of the channeler and remember that God is not so weak or desperate that he will transmit his message through someone who lives an impure life. You see? Check the quality of the person we are revealing our minds to. In my country, the Christians say, God spake to me that you are my husband. And then one boy said, yes, it is true. God also spoke to me that I'm not your husband. So they were seeing vision for children. Who are you that God is speaking to? And how do you know that it is God is speaking to you or your mind is speaking? But that is how they deceive each other. God spake it to me yesterday. Yeah, it is not only you God is speaking to now. God can speak to anybody also. He also spoke to me. The importance of commitment. There is a widespread tendency in today's society to avoid commitment. This is one of the big mistakes we are doing in our movement. It's a big mistake. For any organization to be successful, do not keep anyone who is not committed to a project in a project. Does it make sense? If you keep someone who is not committed to a project, in a project you are a failure. Do we see the light in the material world? We employed a person who is not going to give out the service. Does it happen in the material world? Huh? No. Why do we do it here? It is not mercy. Let me tell you, it is not mercy. It is naivety. It is being insensitive. It is being lazy. Or we are not purposeful. A person who has a purpose in his project, we mentioned yesterday, the project we are doing, it is a purpose-driven project. It has a purpose. And the purposes are all analytically given directly. Any person who going to serve in our purpose, in our project, you have to have this paper with you. You have to see if this is what you want to do in a life, and you have a purpose in this committee, this project. Otherwise, you don't exist in there. It is important for us to make offense once, not many times. Is it not? If I say no to you, I've made offense once. But if I keep you with me and you're going to do something that every day I have to offend you, which one is better? Which one is better? Make once is better than to make offenses every day. It's very, very destructive. Even if one is a pure devotee, if you make offense, you'll be affected. Prabhupada mentioned the other day, Yudhishthira Maharaj has to pass through hell. He's an associate of Krishna. Eternal associate of Krishna. He passed through hell. Why? Offenses. When Krishna said, tell a lie, he hesitated. He passed through hell. Just for that. Just for that. What about those of us who are grossly doing it? What about that? Yes. This is very serious. This is very, very serious. Better to make offense once than to keep making offenses every day, every day, every day. Do not keep anyone who is not committed to a project in a project. If you do that, you are a failure. And it means what? You are not sensitive. You are naive. You don't have a purpose. You must be purpose driven. If we are purpose driven, our Krishna consciousness will move very, very fast. So the Papa was purpose driven. Therefore, he was able to pass through all the challenges at ease. He didn't struggle with them. He wrote a letter to one of his disciples. My God, quote, my God, brothers, they compressed me, they suppressed me, they depressed me, but I continued. So you should continue. Why he continued? He was purpose driven. He has a purpose. If you have no purpose, immediately a little challenge, you're off balance. Don't keep someone who is not committed to a project in your project. You will not succeed. We keep going sick people in temple in the name of this is a hospital. In a hospital, there are people with chronic disease. Huh? Why doctors have to put masks and put the gloves in hand? Why? So if you're in a hospital, so leave everything, don't put masks, don't put any gloves, do what you want to do and you get sick also. If you don't want to get sick, they are putting this, it means to be careful with whom we are taking to stay in the ashram. We should be careful whom we are taking to be in our project. If you carry problem, then you should be ready to face the problem. Don't complain. If you are so merciful, so advanced, so magnanimous, don't complain. Whatever happens, you should take it like that. Because you are very advanced. If we're not very advanced, then we should be careful to select only people who are committed to the project. It makes sense? We're doing so many mistakes. The mistake which we do at the beginning of any project is okay, but when we become mature, we should streamline our activities to make sure we don't continue making the same mistakes. It doesn't become mistake again. Mistake is something we do once or twice. That's a mistake. It's something we're going to do eternally, not a mistake. That's deliberate. This is an enormous problem. People are afraid of miss out on anything. Therefore, they prefer to remain theoretical, open to all the choices that might be available. That's a foolish person. That's a foolish person. In material world, people say, if you cannot beat them, you should join them. I say, if you join them, you are a fool. If you cannot beat them, stand aside. Don't join them. If you join them, you are a fool. This translated into a tendency to observe spiritual paths, evaluate them, speculate on them, experiment with them, and do everything except exploit them deeply enough to gain any genuine benefit. Purity is a force. Purity offers a general solution to the problems facing society and provides an ideal focus for our personal spiritual practices. We must remember that constant vigilance is necessary in this polluted world where nothing remains pure on its own. Just as the potential for disease is all around us, so are opportunities for self-degradation and hurtfulness. In either situation, it is only when our resistance is low that harm can overtake us and wreak havoc. Calling on the names of the Lord. At this period in history, we are heavily under siege. What can we do in our times of desperation when we have exhausted all our material resources? We can call on the names of the Lord. Reciting or chanting the holy names is a beneficial practice at all times and in all circumstances. Although chanting the holy names is powerful for us as individuals, it is even more potent when done in groups. When we join in unison with others to invoke the Lord, our personal call is amplified. Devotion. Devotion is necessary in developing and maintaining purity. Through devotion, we learn to transcend the ego, relinquish our selfish desires, and be of service in the world. As spiritual warriors, we must constantly monitor our level of devotion. As we dedicate ourselves to serving the Lord with all our hearts, the Lord will reciprocate by giving us increasing abilities to serve even more. Health and healing. Spiritual warriors must be attentive to the issues of health and healing without giving undue emphasis to the importance of the body. We must still love and care for this instrument of service so that it can be of use to others. We should take care of the body, but we should not unnecessarily become too much concerned about the body and forget the goal. When we consider a healing process that addresses past, present, and future, we are talking about karma. In an analysis of karma, the principle of holism is significant. However, we look at the body and try to heal it. We are inviting complications if the method does not address the karmic component. If this aspect is ignored, no matter how accurate a physical diagnosis or how skillful the physician, our remedies will fail to save us. Karma and healing. A disease is a culmination of an individual's personal karma from this and previous lives. The end result of any remedy is ultimately related to the state of mind of the diseased individual and of the practitioner. This is why the same treatment can be given to two people with different results. Illness and constant tumor are unnatural. Armed with this understanding, we realize that to heal and lead a balanced life, we must first eliminate everything that diminishes our ability to be the powerful, dynamic, and loving beings that we are. There is a healer. There is a healer. He has been healing so many people. When people come to him, the first treatment he gives to everybody that comes to him, the first number one treatment that he gives to all, first treatment for every patient. Have you forgiven? Have you forgiven? Do we have somebody in the mind there negatively? Remove that. If you don't remove that, there is no question of healing that will work. It will patch it for a while, it will come back. Because the original disease is still lurking there, is still hiding there. Have you forgiven? Go and forgive before you come back for healing. That is the first treatment he gives to everyone. Forgiveness. And why should we forgive? Why? Why should we forgive? What is the reason why we should forgive?
Others can forgive us.
Purify ourselves.
Yes, purify ourselves so others can forgive us. We should forgive because we have also done so many things that other people are thinking bad about us. So if we want them to forgive us, we should also forgive. Because if you don't forgive, keeping grudge means you are holding fire. It is you that will be burnt, not the person we are keeping grudge with. You're not holding fire, it is we who are holding the fire. So for many reasons we should forgive. We should forgive. And the best way to forgive is when people beg for forgiveness. When people beg for forgiveness. When people beg for forgiveness, then forgiveness will work. And when we beg for forgiveness, it is just the beginning. Begging for forgiveness is the beginning. The best part of forgiveness, is obtain the mercy of the person we offended. If you don't obtain the mercy of the person we offended, you will repeat it again and again and again to other people. You will beg for forgiveness. Not a casual thing, not something very cheap that I see many Hare devotees do. Very, very casual. It does not help the situation. Keep the mind, keep the goal in mind. Yes, yes. The purpose. You have a purpose. Like we want to preach. What is the main reason why you should preach to people? What is the main reason why we should preach?
Our own purification.
Okay, our own purification.
So please Krishna.
Okay, to praise Krishna. Lokesha mentioned that no one is dear to him than one who preaches. Okay? So what is the main reason why we should preach? Hmm?
For ourselves.
For ourselves? Okay, good. Yeah, good.
We have been saved to save others.
We are saved to save others. Very good. Yes, the same thing.
To remove person from darkness.
To remove us from darkness, okay.
Gratitude.
Gratitude.
To spread the holy name of us.
To spread the holy name. Yes.
To remove people out of ignorance.
To remove people from ignorance. In one word. Just one word. Yes, compassion. Compassion. Pure devotee preaches because he sees people are suffering. Out of compassion, he preach. The preaching is not a demonstration of our false ego, not a demonstration of our ability, not a demonstration of even our so-called purity. It is the compassion. We see people are suffering. The heart of pure devotees are melting out of compassion. So the pure devotee will preach. When people are suffering, let me do something. That's why we become very dear to Krishna. Because one of the greatest, the highest opulence of Krishna, we know Krishna has 6 opulences. One of the greatest opulence of Krishna is his opulence of reclaiming conditioned souls. That opulence is great. And supporting Krishna in that which is very dear to him, we become very dear also to Krishna. So we preach. So we should keep the goal in mind. Why should I preach? What's the goal of my preaching? Why I have to preach? What is the reason? It's to make money, to show my ability, how much I know of the scripture. All these are contaminations. They would never purify anyone. A simple devotee who has just a simple mind to help people, say something very simple with a simple mind, it will affect people and bring a heavy amount of purification than a sophisticated scholar who is speaking just to demonstrate his knowledge. It will address our intellect. It will never go to the heart. Most of our preaching are like that. It's only on the head, not As spiritual warriors, we should exploit alternative healing methods, but always with the true goal in mind. The main reason we want to have strong healing bodies is to equip ourselves for service. When we are healthy, we can resist negative influences, wage war against corruption, and help others attain higher consciousness through our own example. As spiritual warriors, we have a responsibility to recognize genuine love and to act accordingly, sharing it with others. And what is genuine love? Essentially, love is a deep understanding of ourselves and others. Real love means connecting with the essence rather than with superficialities. Real love means not taking. Love means not taking but giving. Just giving. Whenever that tendency to take comes in, that is the end of what we say love. That's the end. It doesn't exist. Giving, not taking. That is what you see about the pure devotees. But the beginning of nectar of devotion, the characteristics of pure devotional service. Kapil Muni is so happy, so enthusiastically to announce to his mother, my pure devotee never asked me for anything. Never. Even if I forced them, they would say, no, 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 no. Prahlad Maharaj did that. When we say that, we asking Prahlad Maharaj, take Banesha, say, no, no, no. So that time Swami said, no means the past, present, and the future. 3 no's. I said no, not just for now, that maybe tomorrow I will say, okay, I made a mistake, give it to me. No. Past is no, now is no. Tomorrow, no. So Kapil Muni, he dealt with it seriously, quoting Srimad Bhagavatam. My beauty, they never asked me for anything. Even if I begged them, forced them, they would say no, no, no. Prahlad Maharaj did that in the single day. So what do you want? Service. Service. That is devotee. Yes, strong sadhana. What is strong sadhana? What is strong sadhana? Hmm? What is strong sadhana?
Follow the spiritual master's instruction. Follow the spiritual master's instructions.
Follow spiritual master's instruction. Strong sadhana.
Waking up early in the morning, walking, chanting,
Getting up early in the morning.
reading, hearing.
I have discussed it before. You were asking me a question about it. When I went to a Shiva temple there, I've discussed it. 2 years I've talked about this. For 2 years I've talked about it. That's what I'm asking. 2 years I did Shiva temple. Strong sadhana. What does it mean? See, what I'm doing is that we're not hearing. That's what I'm doing. What I'm saying. We're not hearing. And I've been saying it since. I have seen that recreational devotees, we don't hear. It's a big problem for us. We don't hear. We're not hearing. I have talked about this many times here in Mauritius. Strong sadhana.
To be committed. Committed, full commitment to grow.
Full commitment. Yeah, thank you.
In all circumstances, whether we are ill, not ill, should keep chanting like an example like this.
Okay. In all circumstances, in healthy body, in a sick body, we have money, you don't have money, we have house, you don't have money, have husband, you don't have husband, whatever you don't have, doing that. I must 16 round, a strong silence. Thank you. Thank you. Yes.
To be consistent in following the footsteps of the acharyas.
To be consistently following footsteps of acharyas. Okay, very good.
To be determined and completely dedicated in our
Determined.
spiritual practices, especially in the morning.
Okay.
Listening and practicing. To listen perfectly and to practice nicely.
To listen, practice perfectly. Very good. Very good. Yeah, thank you. Thank you. You don't say anything? I'm looking at you because you are the one who asked me something. That's what I'm asking you. We spoke that day, yes.
To be mindful of what we are practicing.
Okay, be mindful, yeah, very good. Yes, it is.
To hear and meditate on the words of Guru.
To hear and meditate on the word of the Guru. Good, thank you. Very good, thank you. And remember we mentioned strong sadhana. Strong sadhana, rigid practice. Rigid proper practice. It is strong sadhana. Rigid. Proper use the word. Rigid practice. Yes. Rigid practice. Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati said, Krishna, give me a sick body, whatever you do, I will chant. Strong sadhana. Strict practice. Strict. That one is chanting, nothing else has any meaning. Nothing has any meaning. What is chanting? No distraction. Distraction means that we have something which is more important than what we're doing. So that is not strong sadhana. Rigid practice means we are fixed in it. You cannot go below that. We're very strict in practicing. Strict in practice means that what I'm doing, nobody forced me to do it. Therefore, I don't have to be washed before I do it. This is what I have decided to do it. Let me do it. Either somebody looking at me, somebody not looking at me. I'm not chanting it because I've been asked to chant. I'm chanting because this is what I want to do. strict in practice. I will chant in all circumstances, whether it's somebody will chastise me or not. No, nobody have to come and remind me this is what I want to do. This is what I have decided to do. I do it. Daily swadhyaya, that is studying the scriptures. You study the scriptures every day. You must read every day. It is compulsory to read every day. Sadachara. Good behavior is required. Good behavior. We mentioned the other day that the character is, yes, powerful. That's the whole thing about the sadachara. How to behave properly. Our behavior should be our preaching, not just our words. So in the material people said, your action is speaking more than your words. That's what it means, your character. You're looking at the character. The character. What you are speaking, I don't hear. I don't hear what you are speaking because your action is speaking louder. This is character building. Strong sadhana brings empowerment. You want to be empowered to represent the Krishna consciousness. It depends on strong sadhana. Weak sadhana cannot bring empowerment. It is strong sadhana brings empowerment. Strong sadhana means that we are very, very strict in what we are doing, and we are fixed in our practice at all times. We know the purpose of what we are doing. We are fixed on it. Yeah. So we get early morning to do it without a failure. Without a failure. No compromise. Strict, no compromise. I have set my time from this time to this time is my japa time. No phone call will be answered. No phone call will be answered this time because I have dedicated for chanting every day. I must pick my call only after I have finished my session. That is strict sadhana. The strict sadhana. I have mentioned, I'm going to mention it for my life. I don't have a disciple who chants japa with cell phone. You're not a disciple. A disciple cannot chant japa with cell phone in the hand. Not a disciple. You are on your own. You can have a name change, that is okay, but you're not a disciple. Disciple is one who will attend to the cell phone after 16 round is done. That's a disciple. Otherwise, you're not. It's a strong sadhana. It's a strong sadhana. That is how the empowerment will come. Empowerment means what? Shakti, abhisha. Abhish. A jiva has been loaded with extra energy. That's what the meaning. To do what? To become a best preacher, a best cook, a best devotee, the best in everything in Krishna consciousness, that we want to be the best devotee. It depends on strong sadhana. Sadhana. Strong sadhana. The whole of this discussion we are talking depends on this. This is what it depends. Strong sadhana. Without strong sadhana, all this talking we're having has no use. The strong sadhana will make one a good preacher. Will get the empowerment to represent Krishna through sadhana. Nothing else works without strong sadhana. Strict sadhana. And serious. Being serious. Serious. SSS. You're serious. Strong sadhana. It is necessary. Okay, let me finish. Skills and training. Prabhupada is teaching. Prabhupada is teaching Gayatri Mantra. Training devotees to become brahmanas, so we can serve better. Taking risk for preaching. Right? Nityananda Prabhu did. He took risk to preach Krishna consciousness. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Comment, questions before we. Yes. Yes.
You were speaking about reading out saboteurs and first you were talking about Maya giving us difficulties to improve our bhakti. Okay. Like, I got some confusion actually. It's like, I give a situation in my life that happens. So, like, I check people, okay. Most of them I used to preach. I gave them books, my patients. I gave them books and yeah, encourage them. And it happens like afterwards, like some people came to me and told me like, you should not do that job because it's like these people are karmi, okay. So you should not do that job. Should not be in contact with them. You have to stop doing that job. And these people are devotees actually, okay. So that made me like, that's why I got confused when you were talking like difficulties like to improve your bhakti or weeding out, you know, when like you were talking about.
Say you are a medical doctor. So those people who come there, they're all devotees. People who come to your clinic, they will all devotees? All the devotees will come to your clinic?
No.
So people will come there, right?
Yeah.
So you have a mechanic workshop. You're a mechanical engineer, you have a workshop for repairing cars. So you take all the devotees who bring their cars there. People will not bring their cars there, you say without devotees?
No.
It is open for people to come and pay. That is their profession. Your religion is different, your profession is different. So we should not mix the two together.
No, because it was different.
Did you understand what I'm saying?
Maybe
Did you understand what I'm saying? The people who are talking like that, they don't understand. This is what I'm saying. They don't understand. Your profession is doctor, healer. Your religion is Krishna consciousness. So there are two things. There are two things. You got it? Your religion is Krishna consciousness. Your profession you do is healing. So people are saying you should not heal people. That is wrong. What should you do? Why are you a healer? That is wrong. If I tell you someone to close your clinic because you're going to bring karmis to come here, close the clinic, then how will you maintain? They're going to feed you? Don't forget, people are sitting by the gate. Huh? They're sitting there not to allow you to enter because they are not going to enter. They don't listen to them, that is what you're saying. Because they don't know what you're saying. Yeah, your business is to help people, so you heal people. So what you can do is to add Krishna consciousness to it. Murari Gupta was doing that. And Murari Gupta was healing people, the body, he healed also their soul. So you are not beginning, it is an old thing. So if people don't understand something, they should not talk. And also you should understand that some devotees, they are very envious. So they will give you envious advice. So you think that they are talking to you, but they are envious. Do you think that there is difference in practicing Krishna consciousness for one who is educated and who is not educated? Is a devotion will be in the same level of understanding? Well, it depends. Illiteracy has effect. And education has effect. But the effect depends on our karma. In our movement, we have so many stark illiterate who are pure devotees. And we have highly educated people who are not devotees. Pakasanana Saraswati is not a devotee. You're a greatest scholar at that time. Hardas Thakura didn't go to school. But Chaitanya made him Namacharya. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu told him, the scripture recited now. Lord Brahma didn't study. The Vedas were revealed to him in his mind. He didn't study the Vedas. It was revealed to him in the heart. After he surrendered himself to Krishna, everything was revealed to him. So it depends. All right? Yes, sir.
During the lecture, you mentioned that everybody should take a little space of time to contemplate with him, to communicate with the soul. How do we do this?
Not difficult. It is not difficult. Just sit down quietly, not reading, not chanting, not talking to anybody. Or try to look inside. You should look inside, listen. Should try to listen the inner voice. That's all. Few minutes, 20 minutes. You will develop inner strength by doing that. Try to listen the voice inside for a few minutes every day. You can practice that. Yes, sir.
To be a powerful preacher, doesn't it mean that you cannot evaluate yourself? It's just that you want to serve the best you can, and whatever you are preaching, that you are being assisted all the time, an instrument in the hands of the disciplic succession. So I believe that one has to be having that humility to progress consistently, to progress, to be a better version of yourself all the time, progressively.
Self-analysis, I mentioned, is not false ego. It is not false ego. Self-analysis will help us become a better devotee. So we will know exactly what we're doing and how to do it. We should know where we came from. It's very, very important to know where we came from. We should know where we are, and we should know where we are going. It is very, very important. If we don't know this, we will not take our Krishna consciousness seriously. Yes, we are in the movement, but how are we existing? There are many of us who are floating in this movement. Not existing, we are simply floating. That is football. If you throw a football in the water, it will go with the current, like a dead body. If we throw a live body in the water, the live body will not float. The live body will struggle to get out. That means we are conscious. So, we should evaluate. We should evaluate ourselves. Self-analysis is very important. Evaluation is important. You see, every company does it every year. Every year. Check. How am I existing in this movement? It's not about counting our material possession and facilities. That is not about it. It's about looking at the quality of our practice. That is self-analysis. The quality of our practice. It will help us to exist potently. Otherwise, we can exist as a moderation to the community, which is happening. So, I was mentioning the other day, and I've been mentioning, it is compulsory for all of us to make advancement in Krishna consciousness. It is compulsory. And the devotee asked me, why? It's my personal thing. I said, no. It's not a personal thing. If it's a personal thing, then it should not be in this environment. You do it in the cave. If we are an organization, whatever we do here, it will affect everybody. Therefore, if we don't make advancement, we are going to become a problem for the movement, especially for those who are making advancement. We're going to attack them if we don't make advancement. So it is compulsory for all of us to make advancement. I will be envious of someone who is making advancement. Are you pure? We are the same. That mentality will come inside. It's a big contamination. Fight. So it is important for us to check where we are. This is very important. We should know. So a successful devotee, we should clearly define our goal. So our goals be clearly defined. Then we can start working on that. Hare Krishna. Mike.
There is a question from YouTube from Aishwarya Prabhu. He is asking, there are incidents which have really burned our heart, and it was also a problem from our side. The memories keep coming back and keep haunting whenever the mind is idle. What should we do about our thoughts?
We should pray seriously to remove that contamination from the heart. Because if we don't do that, the word is that it's hurting. Why is it hurting? Because you are carrying fire. So it's burning. That's what they are calling hot, because it's burning. Why is burning? Because you are carrying negative fire. A whole fire in the hand, it will burn. So we feel it. So it is very, very important to remove that, to throw away the fire. Throw it away. Then it will not be hot again. As long as we keep it, hot will continue. We will feel very disturbed. We're planning for revenge. Everything we do become contaminated because we're going to think about it. We meditate on that and we make that our deity that we worship every day. What a disaster. Krishna is a worshipable deity. not a conditioned soul. So let us seriously try to understand how it is dangerous for us, and we should pray to Krishna to remove it from our heart, so we can become a good person who will enjoy our practice and help others to come in and enjoy. Yes, please. The mic? Just pass it to the next person.
One of the qualities of devotees is supposed to be trustful. So I have observed that in this movement, they speak lies is something very common, especially to convince a spiritual master or to convince authority. And we speak lies when we are able to convince a spiritual master or authority, we feel comfortable or as if it is a success. So what is your message for all the devotees about speaking lies? How to refrain from it?
A devotee can, or devotees can speak lies about another devotee. That is the challenge for the devotee that he lied upon. The non-devotee, they don't do what we do. Our phone ringing in our meeting. This doesn't happen outside. It's only Hare Krishna devotee that do this. Constantly, every day. The devotee who has been lied upon is in that position as a test. And then it is foolishness, it is ignorance for that devotee to think that, oh, the Guru believed the lie he told me. He told against me. The Guru believed. Even if Guru believes, what about Krishna? What about Krishna? It is faithlessness and lack of understanding the position of the spiritual master, and also the process of devotional service. That the devotee does not see something higher and is seeing the low level, because that is the devotee's position. Nothing can happen to anyone without the sanction of Krishna. This is theory, but the devotee who understands this will never accept that. Will never accept that. Somebody lied against me and everybody believes it. We already mentioned the dark night of the soul. That has happened to me innumerable times. Innumerable times. Devotees came together, created a lie, made it so sweet, so nice, so real, and presented it. I was helpless sitting there. And Krishna always came in. Always came in without my saying a word. Always. Always something will happen. We have no faith in Krishna. That is the only answer. We have no faith in Krishna. We don't believe that Krishna is a person. He knows everything. He is always present. Before my coming here, something terrible happened. And Krishna did something. So nobody can convince me in this lifetime, maybe next life, nobody can convince me this lifetime like Krishna is not protecting the devotees. Nobody can convince me. Nobody. Even if Krishna himself come to tell me like that, I will not believe. It is our foolishness to think like that. There is nothing which is not known to Krishna. You know, Krishna, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he told the Srivas Pandit, when Srivas was informed, the king has sent soldiers to come and arrest you with all the devotees. The Srivas Thakur was not afraid. He was not worried about that. But he was concerned about faithless devotees. He was worried about the faithless devotees. So he entered in the Singhadev altar. He started chanting, Namaste Narasimhaya. Chaitanya came and kicked the door. Bang! Oh, have they come? When he looked back, Chaitanya was standing there. Srivas, what is this? What are you doing? You are praying to who? You called me to come here. And you are praying to who? Advaita he left me to go to Santipu because he's angry with me. And you also sitting here. Who are you praying to? What is this nonsense? You don't believe me? So Srivas kept quiet. So the king is sending soldiers to come and arrest you. So you don't know that I am the one in the heart. Only if you allow him before he can come here. You don't believe that? You don't believe that? Even if you don't believe, okay, let me tell you. Let the soldiers come. I will enter the boat with them. I will follow them. I will go with you to see that king who is sending people to come in. I want to follow you, go there. And I will convince that man. I will convince him. If I don't drown them inside the water and I save you, I will go there and tell that king that I am the supreme personality of Godhead. Let me make miracle right now. Bring your priest. Let them come and make your animal to chant Hare Krishna. If they can do that. If they cannot do it, I will do that to show him I am the super soul in the heart of all. Only if I allow the king, he will come here. If I did not, he cannot come here. This is Krishna. Srila Prabhupada. Thank you all very much for being patient and listening to us.